after you receive whatever data,
on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, even in your doctor's office. It's been promoted as a secret weapon to help women build stronger bones.
after you receive whatever data, you need to be the science. 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 What's happening? My name is Albert. Welcome to another workout with this 61-year-old. And so today's workout is going to be with this fitness influencer, this older woman. She's freaking so beautiful. Her name is Charlene Johnson. And the topic of her video was about bone density and a weighted vest. Should you wear a weighted vest? Is a weighted vest a good idea? She came across scientific data.
Losing bone density is one of the most feared consequences of aging. And in our search for solutions to age powerfully,
Charlene, you're probably not gonna come across this video, but if you do, maybe you want to hear a perspective of a 61-year-old male that's gonna bring, I think, something maybe something obvious to the table, because at the end of the video, I think you've pretty much wrapped it up to where I'm coming from, which is I am sick of the scientific data, Charlene. Sick of it. From growing up with the yolks are bad for you and now it's a superfood. Coffee's no good for you. You have to stop. Now it's a superfood. I grew up avocados and coconuts. Oh, that's no good for you. And that all came from scientific what? Data. I remember clearly it was on commercials. My parents told me, my friends, they said coconuts, avocados. They also said don't pick heavy stuff up. They had a commercial, Charlene. A man picking up a TV, I think it was, and he went for a heart attack, and then later on, wait a minute, lifting weights is good for your heart. And so, you know what I mean? I am freaking tired of it, and stretch and don't stretch, and do cardio 1 like this and cardio 2, and with the scientific data of 100 people. So, Charlene, I'm not any of those people. And that's the problem. That you could do a scientific research, double placebo this backwards, with 1,500,000,000 people, and if I'm not in that scientific study, then it's worthless, because nobody's structure is like this one. And that's what's so important, because as I'm aging, I have to be, like I put in the thumbnail, I have to be the data, because how can they be the data for me? And so now, Charlene, I'm gonna say a story, and then I'm gonna do these weighted squats with you. This story is very important for me to share because it says a lot. One day I went to a sports store and I saw a jumping rope, and I said, wow, man, it'd be cool to freaking just like be outside and just jump rope. And so I brought the rope. And so I went out and I'm jumping rope, and I'm having a dandy time. And then I think I jumped the whole day, and maybe the next day too. It was freaking cool. And by the third day, man, my knee was freaking shattered, man. From inside out, it hurt so much I had to stop. And so, did I overdo it? Should I be compared to some scientific data about jumping rope? Because this is what happened, Charlene. What happened was that I left the jump rope alone for a long time, and then revisited the jump rope, and I'm fine, man. It never came back, which meant that my knees for that particular exercise and the way I was doing it, it wasn't prepared in strength to deal with me jumping rope at the time. But I got stronger through the continuous exercises that I do across the board, and I'm now able to jump rope and do a lot more of these lunges and exercises that can be harmful. And so the takeaway here and what I'm trying to convey is that after you receive whatever data, you need to be the science. And the reason why I'm saying this, Charlene, is because there are many people that I know that go by the science and then they don't exercise because, oh no, because science says so, you know, I don't want to hurt myself, I don't want to overtrain, and they have no idea their capability, their span, how strong they are, they have no idea. And if they do get hurt, oh, it's fortified, so let me not exercise no more. And that's what's hurting us, Charlene. Because I'm 61 years old and I'm okay, but I can't have you compared to me. You may drink, you may smoke, you may not exercise the way I do. And so we're two different entities. And so for me to compare myself, or for me to be part of a study, and you say, well, look at what happened to this guy, and so that's the study, I'm proving it on this channel here that I am an exception to all the things that these people are saying, the projections, and by this age, this is gonna happen. So Charlene, I am gonna put on this 5 kg vest so I could do a 30-second sprinter with you. And then I'm going to talk about it, because this here speaks a lot, man. And I have my own ways of like diving into a lot of the things that's important for us. This bad boy's back. This is a 5 kg vest. It's a 5 kg vest. I'm not warming up. So you see that? I'm not warming up. I'm putting on a 5 kg vest. So we're going to do a freaking jump squats. Charlene. And then I'm going to come back here and talk a little bit more about what's the deal with a type of exercise like this as opposed to your 30-minute video about weighted vests in general. And I'm going to break down the weighted vest. So let's get to it. All right, so here we go with Charlene. I'm going to copy you, Charlene. 5 kg vest. You're going fast.
3, 2, 1, go.
Charlene, we're gonna do one more slow down, okay? Come on, baby. I slow you down, baby.
Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, Charlene. All right, so I put on the 5 kg vest and I tried this exercise, right, where Charlene demonstrates right now. Charlene was in favor of the weighted vest because she heard at some point that wearing a weighted vest is really good.
There is benefit to wearing a weighted vest. It makes walking harder. It helps you to burn more calories. It definitely raises the intensity. It helps with your balance, posture. It improves your ability to keep your balance and lowers your risk of falling. Those are all valuable benefits. But bone density, that one's a bit more nuanced.
Here's my response. Charlene, I don't know. When I say I don't know, this means that I ought to be subject to find out, because maybe tomorrow my knees or my hips or my back, and so the answer is inconclusive regardless of whatever science brings to the table, Charlene. The only thing I can take is just little nuggets, but the little nuggets, I can't seem to work around the nuggets I get. Let me explain. Charlene had an interview with a doctor, and I remember specifically her asking the doctor, what's better?
What's better for your bones, consuming more dairy or consuming dark leafy greens with calcium?
We're going to find more calcium in dairy.
My answer is eat both. Why are we choosing one? For what? What if the doctor says, obviously kale, but you don't like kale, you like milk, so now you're going to have to drink milk. So a lot of these answers don't even matter, because so many people are, yeah, vegetables, they don't eat them. I'm one, man. I freaking got tired of eating vegetables, Charlene. And I realized that I was forcing myself to eat these things that I didn't like. So how long is that gonna last? So science says eat your vegetables at that time. Now that's bad because what do you call that? There's chemicals now that kills you from the vegetables. Is the fruit's defense. I eat fruit. I eat lots of it and I feel really good with fruit, so I'm gonna continue eating fruits. Now if science says food is bad, sorry. I don't care what science says. Now the thing about this now is that I have to take what's in front of me. Well, I can't blame it now. Oh, you should have listened to science. There's so much confusion that I'm only subject to needing to find out for myself. There's a certain point when you've heard so much research that if you're still just relying on them, there's a little bit neurotic about what does the data say? What's according to science says. There's something neurotic about that, because if I'm exercising for 9+ years, I ought to know by now. I'm not checking my bone density because I'm not gonna mess with numbers too. That's another thing, Charlene, the numbers game. Or you have to be above 47, and you could be totally feeling fine, strong, running, jumping, and they give you a number that you're not happy with, and now all of a sudden you're disabled. Oh no, the doctor said it's by 40, over 60. I'm making these numbers up because I don't follow none of that stuff. And so I think at the end of your video, Charlene, you came and wrapped it up and said,
So yes, wearing a weighted vest while doing impact is fantastic. But should it really be used as the only thing that you're relying on if you're trying to prevent osteoporosis or even osteopenia? The answer is no. It's just one of many tools. Think of it as like collagen in your coffee. Nice, harmless, possibly even helpful. But is it going to be the foundation of your health plan? I don't think so. I think the bigger story here isn't about the weighted vest. It's about how easily myths and nuanced information gets spread, how repetition becomes truth, and how easy it is to think in black and white terms, how desperation sometimes makes us cling to very simple solutions. We want things to be so black and white, but rarely is that the case. So here's the important lesson to take from this. Don't mistake repetition as the truth. Don't mistake popularity for science.
take all that stuff as just info. So you have to find out now. Is the weighted vest good? I still don't know. Maybe walking around is cool for a little while, not for too long. Man, you have to be really careful how you don't bang. Like this exercise here, I'm thrusting on my knees. If I do that for a long time, I may hurt something. And so that's obvious. It's almost like David Goggins is a perfect example, Charlene. He can run 10, 20 miles with no problems, but then when he stretched it to 300 miles, he shattered every bone in his foot. So you freaking run that freaking long, you're gonna end up hurting yourself, is my point. So how can I find out? By David Goggins? Oh yeah, he ran 300 miles. Am I gonna run 300 miles? No. So that type of data and relying on that data and going, yeah, I rely on scientific data, but guess what? You're never gonna find out. Because what I like to hear from you, Charlene, is I've been wearing this weighted vest for 5 years and I'm fine. I don't wear it a lot. I take breaks. I do a lot of body weight. Like, that's the answer, Charlene. I spoke to scientists and they said, no, you're the example of someone that exercises. You look great. You bring exercise to the table, so you ought to be the one that delivers what you can deliver based on your true experience, which is you do those type of exercise. How are you making out? Does it hurt sometimes? Do you ever decide to go crazy with exercising and the next day you hurt your hip or you hurt your knees, which you probably did if you exercise, which is part of the deal too. I hurt myself all the time. It doesn't mean that I ought to not do the exercise anymore. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, man. So I'm going to do this other exercise because it may seem a little, be careful with that exercise. All right, so here we go. Check out this exercise and tell me how you like it, Charlene. Make sure that I'm clear back here to do this exercise safely. Okay, ready? Watch this. Hi, Charlene. So, what do you think about that exercise? It looks like what? That exercise is freaking easy because I worked my way into it, man. I've been doing it for a long time, so it poses nothing but pleasure for me. Now, this exercise here may look like wow, but it's not. Now, your exercise, that's a freaking demanding exercise. And so there's just so many differences that I don't know how people want to look for scientific data about anything. What did they find about those who ate the egg yolks? Didn't they have to find high cholesterol in order for them to say, wait a minute, this egg yolk here is not as good as we thought, take it out? That's why I don't call it science, Charlene. I call it our current observation. Current observation means that the egg yolk, okay, from our current observation, is causing the cholesterol. We tested the patients, they have high cholesterol. Obviously, they had to cut out the egg yolk and their cholesterol went down. Somewhere along the line, the egg yolk became a superfood, and now that's not the case because we put the yellow right back into the mix of things, and I don't see the whole egg white omelet thing, which was freaking everywhere at first, Charlene. I'm only using that egg as an example, but I could continue forever with the nonsense that science has been freaking spewing. What they said about me at 40, when you turn 50, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, the joint pain. And then at 50, the back pain. They were already having a 10-year prediction against what was gonna happen to me. And so they probably did that to you too. Do you believe it? Because I think you're up there in the 50s. It's very important for you to say, wait a minute, you probably remember what happened with the whole fat thing. And oh no, wait a minute, there's good fats now. Now there's good fats and there's bad fats and there's the medium fats and there's the high and the low and then the medium, there's the good and bad of everything. And so they had to square that away. But if science was so freaking tight, then they should be like, no. Something should be a staple within the science realm when it comes to health. But there's none. It keeps changing and changing, and now that's good for you. I know now that's bad for you. And so now, Charlene, I'm going to do another exercise and then talk about that and continue this freaking topic that interests me so much because I need to make sure that I am the science. This right here has to be. Okay, I'll take the information. I'll watch your whole video from beginning to end, okay? But from that point, I have to be the science. I can't now make a decision based on data because then I'll never know and I'll be jerking myself and I cannot do that. And so I'm going to get to the next exercise. Come on. All right, Charlene, so here's the next exercise. This is a 10 kg plate right over here, and I'm going to do it like this. Check it out, Charlene. Make sure that the coast is clear behind me, and I'm going to get to it. Get up, yes. All right, Charlene, so here's the next exercise. This is a 10 kg plate right over here, and I'm going to do it like this. Check it out, Charlene. Make sure that the coast is clear behind me, and I'm going to get to it. Get up, yes. Charlene, I don't count. Charlene, I don't count at all because I cannot subject exercising to a number. Oh yeah, do 10 and then do 12. No, I feel it everywhere. And I say, okay, that exercise right here is heavy on the back, so you have to have a strong back because there's a certain area where when I'm lifting myself up, there's more demand on the back. Now, I'm gonna do your exercise again, but without weights. And so I'm gonna share both. So just be fair about what I'm trying to convey here, which is so important. People are getting locked up all because they rely way too much on scientific data when your body and your system can relay such a message to you Your body can tell you so much about what's going on within an exercise, when you ought to stop, when you ought to continue, because there's that fire that happens that your body's like, yes, I'm loving this exercise. When the sweat comes out and you're feeling, wow, I feel energized. There's also a level of a dimension that I seem to end up at while I'm exercising, and maybe it's what they say about dopamine. Okay, I like that word, dopamine. Okay, it shows that the body's into it and excited, and so it's going to now embrace this exercise here because it's in its happy state, which is fine. That I will repeat as science would say it, but I do not need the science because I'm already feeling it, and so the body's already relaying the message that came from them. I'm getting the message straight from my body. You see what I'm saying? All right, so I'm here with Charlene, but I don't have a vest. Follow Charlene, come on.
2, 1, go.
Come on now, Charlene, yes. Oh yeah.
Take a risk.
Not for long, okay. Another one, baby.
Okay, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Charlene, let me give you my answer. When I'm pounding on my knees like that, okay, on and off, put the vest on, take it off, see how it feels. Become the data. Test it out for 3 months. Okay, 3 months is a nice time to say, you know what, I've been working out with a weighted vest for 3 months. I had a little discomfort here and there, but it's cool. I got past it. And now you know. I didn't get to hear how long you have been exercising with that vest this way. How many of these jumps do you do per week? Do you find that it's heavy on the knees? What kind of sneakers do you wear now? Are you doing these jumps on a rubber mat like me? Because if you're doing them on concrete, I'm barefooted. What happens if I do this exercise on concrete barefooted? You see what I'm saying? There's too many variables, Charlene. This is why scientific data can't really help. Okay, so this guy at 60 years old did these exercises and he ended up rupturing whatever. Didn't happen to me. Should I stop because it happened to him? Would it be worse for me to stop an exercise that is beneficial for me? Because he got hurt? Because he ego lift, he went too heavy, he wasn't strong enough? And so, Charlene, we're stronger, we're weaker, we have different sizes, we have different flexibility levels. If you see my flexibility, you can see the type of things that I could do. My body is so flexible, it could do a lot more than the average person. And so, Charlene, I'm gonna now, I think I covered it. Like, you have to watch Charlene's video now because it's good to watch. I'm not saying that it's not good to watch stuff that people went out, let's say, to study. But I'm saying is that whatever you derive from whatever study, it may not apply to you. Why? Because Charlene's been working out since she's been 12 years old. She takes care of herself in a way that other people just don't. She doesn't overdo it, so she gets ample rest. Should I continue? It's freaking crazy. Like, there's no way in the world to take data. We even heard it, Charlene, with the whole cigarette thing and the drinking thing. We heard that, right? But whenever we bring up drinking's bad for you, someone will say, well, you're my granddad. He just turned 105 and he has a shot of whatever a day. Oh, yeah, smoking is so bad for you. Wait a minute. Oh, my grandma just turned 95. And she smokes a pack a day. And everything is freaking dandy with her. Now, I don't know if granddad is in the wheelchair and grandma's in the wheelchair and they're smoking in the wheelchair, and because they're alive, you see, they're able to smoke in a wheelchair still alive. You see what I'm saying? So it remains inconclusive. It's something that I have to do. It's something that I have to experiment. And then what I do on this channel is that I'm honest. If I, let's say, after doing exercises like this and I'm pounding on my knees, if my knee hurts, I report it. It's important for me to document. And so I know you're not going to come across this video, Charlene, but you know, from someone that's aged to 61 years old and who exercises like you, that's important for you. And I remember in the video, you found it so important for us to speak on behalf of our aging experiences, you know, aging gracefully. I never answered whether a weighted vest, yes or no. I never answered because there's no answer. Charlene, there's no answer. How can there be an answer? I mean, I could do a whole bunch of these things and hurt someone else. I can't do that. I'm not going to hurt someone else and do a whole bunch and then you go, oh, well, he did it, so let me do it. No, don't do it because you see me do it. Don't do anything because you saw Charlene do it. You get into exercising, you can find out what your capability skills are, and then you start building and building and building, and then after a year and after 2 years, you'll be able to get a scope and a degree of what you could do and what you can't do, and that's it. And then you keep going from there. And then as you play with your diet and you take out this and that, and you try the milk and see, then you check out your bone density over time. If you see that you've been freaking drinking milk every day and your bone density sucks, then you freaking turn to the leafy greens, man. If you don't like the leafy greens, you have to dress it up somehow. You blend it up or do something so that you can have the leafy greens. And then you make another freaking report. Oh yeah, my bones feel a lot better after eating leafy greens. And then you know. So I'm gonna end this with my block workout, and then I'm gonna say goodbye. All right, so here we go, baby. My last set here. I'm gonna make it good, bro. I'm gonna freaking rock this. Check it out. Let's do this, Charlene. Yeah. Yes. One more. That's it, man. All right, man. It's a great workout. Catch ya.